Let's make another randomly generated piece of jewelry. Today's numbers are drawer 4, impression die 19, but counted across the back and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Here's the die we've chosen. This is a very cathedral-like pendant design. That oval in the center is designed to have a stone set in it. I've never used this one. I think this is going to be lovely in silver. The first thing I need to do is press the design in sterling silver. That red piece of material you see there, that is urethane, and I'm using that to form the metal down into the die. I press it a bunch of times, and you can see I've gotten most of the detail, but I haven't got it all. So I need to anneal the metal to soften it, and then repeat that process to fully form the metal into the die and get all of the detail. And that is looking pretty good. Next up, I use my jeweler's saw and carefully saw around the entire outside of the design. I want to smooth the edges. I'll use sanding discs and files to make sure that all of those saw marks are removed. I'm setting a banded agate cabochon in the center, so I'm wrapping my bezel wire around the stone, marking where I need to trim it because right now that wire is way too tall. Then I am forming that trimmed piece around, making sure that it fits the stone. I solder the ends together and it fits perfectly. I sand the bottom flat on a diamond hone and solder the bezel wire onto the cathedral stamped component. I'm placing small pieces of solder on the inside of the bezel wall and heating the whole thing until that solder flows all around the bezel. I mark where I'm going to cut out a space behind the stone and then use my jeweler's saw to cut out an oval. I want to make this oval nice and even, so I use a small file called a needle file to round it out and then polish everything using different discs. I want to add a cool bail, so I pressed a different design. I formed it into a bail, added a patina, signed my name, and now it's time to set the stone. I set the stone by pressing from the bottom to the top, left to right, and working my way around until the entire bezel wall is pressed down against the stone to hold it in place. And here is the finished pendant. I don't know if this design represents a specific building, but I think with this stone set in the center, it's just a really gorgeous statement piece. I like how the stripes in the stone sort of mimic what look like maybe steps at the bottom of the silver. I love it. I think the bail works well, and I hope you like it too. Thank you to everyone for playing along. If you want to join, I need you to leave me 2 numbers in the comments. Number 1 through 8 to determine what drawer I'll choose, and number 1 through 85 to determine which die from that drawer I'll pick. Thank you all. I really appreciate all of your support, and I hope that you're continuing to enjoy these because I plan on continuing to make them. Thank y'all, and I'll see you in the next video.